welcome to my channel. My name is Lizzie. This is Real Talk session number 2. If you didn't catch the first one, it is all about my past 3 years. I've been celibate for 3 years and I talked about the pros and cons and all the things that have gone down. So be sure to check that out if you are interested. This is Real Talk 2. I'm getting into, I sadly, unfortunately, had 2 stillbirths in my life. Many years apart. I'm not going to get into the details. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what a stillbirth is, but if you don't, it's okay. A stillbirth means you carry the baby till term. In my circumstances, the babies died during labor. I went into labor with my babies okay, and I came out of labor without them being okay both times. So I went all the way up. I also experienced more than 10 miscarriages in between those. Most of them were within the first 2 months. I'm O negative. That plays a lot with me. If you don't know much about O negative blood, you can't have any other organs in your body or any other blood type. So my fetus was the blood type of the father, so my body was attacking it. They have better technology these days where you just get a shot in your arm and it prevents your body from doing that. But I did have other issues, with stress, and a lot of stuff was going down. I was in a very toxic and abusive relationship for both of them, so that didn't help. There's a lot of factors as to why I lost my children. And there are a million reasons why women go full term and don't make it out of labor. For me, labor is terrifying. To me, it is the point of, when I see a labor and delivery room, whether I'm delivering the baby or not, I insta-sweat. Every time I went into that room, my life was gutted. And let's get into the first time. If my son had made it, he'd be in high school. I am almost 40 years old. I'm 39. It was a long time ago, but I still think about my son all the time. The best thing about my son was he made me a mom. It was my first time being pregnant. It was my first time feeling a baby kick. It was the first time ever having to really think about anything other than myself. And I think I was in shock for 2 years after my son died because nobody tells you. I was very young and, there was no real concern other than my blood type. Like, I was fine through most of my pregnancy. I was very sick in the beginning, which is common with my blood type. Sometimes I have to go and get an IV because I get myself dehydrated. I have a problem with keeping food down in the first 3 months, especially if the fetus is not my blood type, because my body has a foreign substance and is like, what's going on? But I can carry a baby full term. But how do you get up from that? How do you even walk out of that room? And to be honest, I don't fucking know, because I don't remember. I remember going into labor and delivery. I remember everything traumatic up to the point of my baby coming out. And I'm a little embarrassed, but there's nothing to be embarrassed about. They pumped me full of drugs because they wanted me to calm down. However, with my adrenaline going, somehow I think they cut the umbilical cord. It's very fuzzy. I don't know how the fuck I got off the table. Okay? Pure adrenaline. I went full legit crazy. I grabbed my son, who was dead, came out dead. They did try to resuscitate for a while. I watched them trying to save my baby, so it's not like they're like, oh, it's dead. They tried everything, and they called it. And I don't think I took a breath from the baby coming out. And, I was like, all right, give it a minute. It'll make a noise. They're pinching it, slapping it. And then, they just started saying stuff. And I just could not fucking understand nothing. So I think what I came back from in my losing my son was when I learned the possibility that you can carry a baby and still not go home with it. And I didn't realize how many women this actually happens to. And I was fucking furious that nobody warned me, that nobody would talk to me about it. They just expected me to get up and get on with my life. There was really no compassion. There was really no empathy. And women were very fucking cold to me. And this was well over 10 years ago when I had my stillbirth for my daughter, which was 2.5 years. I think 3 now. I try not to think about it. But she would be 3. Toddler, walking, talking. And, you know, with her, it's so much better. I had help offered to me. And I think that's so fucking amazing because I don't think I would have lived through my daughter. There were many nights, both with my daughter and my son, where I really was hoping to get through this without crying because I'm not sad, but it is a difficult thing to talk about. I just watched the clock tick, and every tick that went by, I kept thinking, that's a tick away from my child. I don't want to fucking be here without my child. That was the hardest part. The world didn't accept me as a mother. Sorry. It's just a trauma trigger. I talk about it in a room full of women and I still cry to this day. I don't think I will ever get through it without crying. That's fucking fine. Anyway, I don't want to get into too much more of what went on, but at the end of the day, we've come a long way, and that's amazing, but there is no class, there is nothing for women to go to, but like, okay, well, this happens to me, what do I expect? And it's very rare that I come across someone in my life where, it's common that they say they miscarried, but it is not common for at least me in my experience. I didn't have anybody in my life, still don't, that had a stillbirth. I meet people in support groups. I don't really consider them in my life because I'm going to a building about it. And sometimes just like AA meetings, I pop in when I have a really hard time. Like I actually lost my son on Easter Sunday. So I didn't even decorate for Easter for a good decade. So the fact that I am embracing Easter just further shows that I've come a long way. I can't give you specifics on how I got up from those moments of I don't want to be away from my child, other than my mentality switched somehow to how can I make my time here something that they're proud of? How can I become I can't be the mom that I want to be. How can I become the woman that they would look from heaven down and be like, that's my mom. I'm so fucking proud of her. Like, go mom, yes. And that is the only fucking thing that kept me alive. I would rather my children be proud of me and do something on this earth in memory of them. I don't want success for myself. I want success so that when I die, I go up there and like, look, this is what I did with my time away from you. I did something good. They brought me both away from God and back to. My soul broke. But at the same time, they were the best fucking gift. Like, I can't explain. They were so fucking cute. They came out looking like fucking perfect dolls. And it was an honor just to fucking make them. And that's what saved me, the miracle of it all. Life is fucking precious. Take every moment and ride with it, because you got people up there looking down on you, and if they had time, they would do something with it. My kids would do amazing things if they were here, and they can't be here, but I'm here. So I'm going to be a good mom, whether they're here or not. That's what saved my life. They live right here every day. They never died. Never.